Hi, Jakob Stief here, the LongHairedFreakyDude. Today I'm going to review the ancient Grecian tragedy play, Heracles Mad by Euripides, translated into English by Edward P. Coleridge. This is a really great play. There's a lot of duality, a lot of irony that goes on here, and I think it is one of the most tragic. The play starts off looking at the family of Heracles, you know, his father Amphitryon, his wife Megara, and their children together, and they're about to be put to death. But Heracles isn't there to save them because, you know, he's kind of preoccupied being in Hades performing one of his 12 labors. Ah, man, you know, just taking a nice vacation to the underworld. Just imagine Heracles' surprise if his father got killed and then he appeared in the underworld while he was doing one of his 12 labors. That'd be horrible. Just imagine the shock on his face like, oh, gosh darn it, Dad. So the people, they begin to doubt that Heracles survived his trip to Hades, so they don't fear him. They think he's dead, so they go through with the execution of his family. Heracles just makes it out of Hades alive, along with Theseus, the guy who he went down there to save. He hears of the woes that have befallen his family, but that they're about to be executioned, so he storms in there and kills all the executioners and everyone associated with trying to kill them. It's happy. You think that here would be the end of the play, but it is not. This is Euripides, the master of tragedy that we're dealing with. This is far from the end. The goddess Iris appears. She's supposed to be rainbows and happiness, right? But in this play, she's not rainbows and happiness. She's lies and evil, okay? Well, anyway, she has madness personified with her, and she's 6 madness personified on poor old Heracles over there. Oh, man, this isn't the first time that we've seen a trait or a personality or an emotion personified either. In an earlier Euripides play, we see death personified in given traits and dialogue. I like how he does it. It gives it a good effect. But anyways, in typical tragical fashion, madness personified seizes Heracles' mind and causes him to become bereft with anger and insanity and rage. And in this unconscious insanity, rage, and anger, he kills his children, his wife, and almost his poor dear father. He was deceived by Iris into seeing his family as Eurystheus' family. And he has a really bad bone to pick with Eurystheus. He's very angry at Eurystheus in real life because Eurystheus is the cause for his 12 labors, which is the cause of much woe. And perhaps this rage was justified, as we see in the later play Heraclidae. After Heracles actually dies, Eurystheus tries to take revenge on Heracles' children because he fears that they're going to exact revenge on him for what he did to their father. But this isn't Eurystheus, the guy that set out to kill his children. So, tragically, Heracles kills his own children, thinking they're Eurystheus's. As he's about to slay his own father, Athena strikes him down with sleep, and madness leaves. And when Heracles wakes up, he is forced to live the rest of his life with the shame of knowing what he has done, that he has killed his wife, his children, and almost his father. He's so sad, so depressed, that he's just ready to kill himself and end it all. But Theseus sees his friend who saved him from the tarry pits of a greasy hell, and he smacks some sense into Heracles. He tells him that it wasn't his fault. The gods took control of him. It wasn't his doing. And furthermore, that it would be cowardly to commit suicide and try to escape it all. Theseus says that Heracles is a friend of him and that he could have half of all the wealth of Athens if he desired. And this sincerely hurts Heracles, which I think is cool. It shows some character, some nobility there. Because Heracles, he doesn't want wealth. He just wants his family. He feels bad for what he's done, and all the wealth in the world can't correct the fact that you killed your own children or your wife. What sways him is the fact that Theseus points up is that even the gods, the almighty gods of the Grecian universe, commit evil acts, and they're forced to live with those forever and still be merry all the while. So that turns Heracles over and he starts to feel a little better. Here's something concerning Zeus. Either thou art a god of little sense or else naturally unjust. So either Zeus has no idea what the heck he's doing, and if he does, well, gosh golly, he's a horrible person. One thing I liked about this play is that it detailed all the 12 labors of Heracles. This is the first time in Greek literature, at least that I've seen, where the tales of Heracles' 12 labors are detailed. Now, perhaps Hesiod lists them, I don't know, I haven't read Hesiod. But I think it's just kind of cool to actually read it from an original source. And some quotes. The bravest man is he who relies ever on his hopes, but despair is the mark of a coward. And Amphitryon, Heracles' father, at one point gives a really epic speech on why bows are better than melee weapons. I think it's just a really great speech on the matter. And finally, some have, others want, but all the human race loves its offspring. And I do hope that is true. Well, I'm Jakob Stief, the LongHairedFreakyDude. Thank you for watching this review of Heracles Mad. I know it wasn't that long, but, you know, can't talk for a long time about everything. I hope you read it, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you check out the Great Books Challenge on my channel, which is where we're reading through the great books of the Western world. A lot of fun stuff there. Please check it out, follow along, subscribe to my channel. And I do want to point out that I will be going to college soon as well. It's going to be a bit expensive, so if you want to contribute just like $1 or $2 to help out to make things just a bit easier, check out my GoFundMe and just please add $1 or $2. It'd be incredibly helpful, and I thank you. Well, I thank y'all for watching this video as well, and, you know, be sure to look out for the next one. See y'all later. Have a great day. Ta-ta.